Hi, in this video, I will be showing you problem number 9 of the worksheet on chapter 4 for the intermediate algebra class. Objective: factoring a quadratic with leading coefficient greater than 1. Factor: 3x square plus 5xy minus 12y square. Note that the leading coefficient here is a 3, which is more than 1. So anytime the leading coefficient is more than 1, you take the first coefficient, which is coefficient of x square, and the coefficient of the last term, which is a coefficient of y square, you multiply them, which is 3 times negative 12, which is negative 36. Then we have to break the middle term into two parts, 5xy into two parts. So when you add, you get a 5xy. When you multiply, you get a negative 36x square y square. So we have to break this 5 into two parts so that when you add, you get a 5. When you multiply, you get a negative 36. So we are going to break the 5xy as 9xy minus 4xy. So if you add 9xy and the 4xy, you get 5xy. Then if you multiply 9 and 4, 1 positive, 1 negative, you get 9 times negative 4, that also becomes negative 36. So we're going to break it apart, the 5xy, like sum of these two terms, and then we are going to keep the negative 12y square as is. Now, we have split the 3 terms into 4 terms. So anytime you have 4 terms, we do the factoring by grouping. So we'll group the first 2 terms and then the second 2 terms, and then we'll find out the GCF, greatest common factor. So in the first 2, 3 is common. So we are now looking at these 2. So in these 2, we have 3 common and also x common. So 3x times what gives you 3x squared? So it is x. Then 3x times what gives us 9xy? So that will be 3y. 3x times 3y will give you 9xy. So this is about the first 2 terms. Now we have to work on the second 2 terms. In these 2, negative 4xy and negative 12y square, what is the GCF? That is negative 4, also y. So we have negative 4y as common factored out. Then we have to look for something inside so that when we multiply negative 4y with whatever you write inside will give us negative 4xy. That can only be x. Then negative 4y times what gives us negative 12y square is what we have to think. So that will be a 3y, positive 3y. Negative 4y times positive 3y will give us a negative 12y square. Also, we always make sure this factor and this factor in parentheses are exactly the same. So now we are going to factor them and write x plus 3y, the one in blue. Then whatever you are left with, that will be a 3x minus 4y. So either we can leave the answer this way, or we can also write 3x minus 4y times x plus 3y. Both are acceptable answers in this one. Hope this video helps.